not messing with mic settings again. So anyway, if you can hear me, keep in mind that, you know, hey, we're back. Sorry, I'm kind of like mumbling around here for it to pop up so I can check the volume myself. And then if it works, we'll be going live. So hold on for a moment, guys. Alright, so it sounds like the volume is working. Anyway, so today we're going to be playing Jabberwocky's Temur energy list. He 5-0'd with it 2 times out of the last 3 days. The only difference that he made between those 2 lists is, I think, 1 more Chandra's defeat, 1 less Nissa. But, you know, as I've said a million times, out of the people that I've met in Magic, Jabber and MJ are probably the 2 I respect the most. And I really just want to try his list. We hadn't played Temur Energy in a while, so we're pretty much going to jump straight into the league with it. I don't think there's a lot to say about the list except for noting that the Long Tusk Cubs and Chandras have both been removed, which is something that, like I've said many times, that I feel like the Long Tusk Cubs just constantly underperform. The Chandras have also another card that I just constantly bash with like every word of my being. Just do not like these cards. Anyway, so which statement, Matt? I'm referring to people online, of course, not my real life friends, like the people I've not actually met when I make that comment. How you doing, by the way, Matt? Which reminds me, this is one of the decks that I might be able to have for you Saturday. So, like, between this and the Yuya list. So, you might want to keep a special eye on it and make an appropriate decision. I wonder what our opponent's playing. I don't know many decks that go Island, Opt, Mountain. I think not having the Chandra and not having the Nissa is probably going to suck versus any blue-based control deck. But I think this deck was primarily designed to smash mirrors. All the mirrors go bye-bye. So some kind of Grixis list. We got paired versus a Grixis list round 1 yesterday as well. No, don't kill that. That was our mana producer. We needed that above all other cards. JK. Needed it all. Oh, and for, I'll repeat it again later, but for anybody who's watching this video, somewhere between like midnight and 2 AM we'll be coming live again because I will not be able to log on at our usual times on Sunday. Or sorry, our usual time Wednesday. I have to go out tomorrow, so... So this is going to be kind of a problem in a way. This build of the deck only has 1 Abrade main, but we do have 2 additional Abrades in the side and an additional, or 2 Appetites. So our post-board game plan versus a Primal Amulet is going to be a lot better than our pre-game. Though, honestly, we already have a Bristling Hydra. It's going to be very hard for him to beat a Bristling Hydra. Unless he has like maybe a Doomfall. And then we're going to have like even Essence Scatters to like stop a Gearhulk from coming down and blocking it or something. Don't actually know what's in their deck. This card's really fun. Might be my favorite card that doesn't see a lot of play in that particular set. I think I make that statement a lot. I think like every day I have a new favorite card that's not played in that set. I think I'm going to try to resolve a Whirler Virtuoso this turn just so we can get potentially enough energy to protect this from an hour of devastation. I don't really care if it gets counterspelled, so... That could have been bad. I could have just held up the Harness Lightning probably and accomplished the exact same thing. They don't have enough blue mana to counterspell this, so can't think of what they could have to win the game from this spot. But if there's a way, we'll see it. How's the volume today, Matt? I'm messing with my settings more. Our good buddy Corey, who is the stream manager and responsible for all of these beautiful graphics you see on our screen, picked us up a headset for Christmas. Highly appreciate it. Is this 3 counters or 4 to flip? 4, okay. Ooh, Blade Runner is now available to watch. What are you targeting? Yep, we don't care about that. We have another one in our hand if we really need that effect. Have to see what interesting way they have to stop this Hydra from slapping them for 5. Oh. Well, that answers that question. So we really still just don't know what's in their deck, but I certainly want at least these spells. Feel like I probably want some of these spells as well. Stealing the Primal Amulet would entertain me. It doesn't really benefit me at all, though. I think we're gonna get rid of most of these red cards. Maybe even these Essence Scatters. Definitely the Viziers. And maybe we have to keep the Essence Scatters, just in case they have things. I don't really want any of this other stuff, so... I don't really want these Essence Scatters either. I guess they could have Gear Hulk or Scarab. It's probably better than Random Card. Uh-oh. Maybe Confiscation Coup's a little better than one of those. This hand is... something. I think we can do better than this. It'll be easy for him to kill the first Rogue Refiner, so... I'm actually going to keep that. Not exactly sure why I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to. Feels like it could do things. And I do like to do things. Do you guys like to do things? For example, dancing like there's no tomorrow? Guess I'll get another blue here. Actually not going to play the Sheltered Thicket. We already have 4 lands. We'll cycle it at some point. Put it on top. I am very sleepy today. You'll have to forgive me when I go. Oh gosh. Apologize for the yawn. Okay. Well, none of our stuff really deals with that, so. You have a commit memory to like put it on top of his library at some point, but doesn't really accomplish much. Well, like this one first. If he bounces a land, I guess I can bounce it before he blocks. Doesn't really feel to me like something I want to do, though. I'm just gonna keep playing dudes. We have a backup, so I don't care if this one gets counterspelled. Him counterspelling it makes it harder for him to block with this. He put on top again. So no land drop, interesting. Don't actually think I'm going to attack this turn. He didn't play a land last turn. So I think there's a good chance that he was just bounce a card and block. And I don't want to waste my whole turn playing a commit. Feel like I have better times in the game that I can do that. I messed up though. I should have played the Bristling Hydra pre-combat, but that way I could have attacked. But I decided to play the Bristling Hydra too late into the turn, and that cost me. So that was really bad by me. Now I'm not playing a threat that even has to counterspell. Okay, we have double free drops, so I guess we can wait. But he's going to be at pretty much 7 cards the rest of the game, because he's going to get to do things now. Again, sorry for yawning. Yeah, he should be at 14 life. I think him being at 14 life would have been really nice for us. He's not playing a land yet again. Well, if he's never going to play a land the entire game, I think we're in okay shape. I don't think I want to play the Rogue Refiner here. I think I want to hold up a Supreme Will to like play around a random sweeper. I think we can just win by going wide. I feel like we can win just by going wide. Good to bring in the confiscation coups next game. Maybe we can steal one of these. So we're down to 6 cards now. Still don't think this is the turn we attack. Maybe I should. I don't know. It's actually pulling pretty far ahead at this point. So he's going to draw another card. Or maybe he's going to kill some stuff on the table, who knows. Oh, he's going to draw a bunch of cards. This has been a nice wall. So 7 cards again. He's going down to 6. I guess we'll counterspell that. He could easily have a counterspell of his own here. He did not. What fun times it is to be. Kill a random thing, that's fine. I'm just going to play these 2 guys. Not super concerned if he has a sweeper now. Because we have the other Hydra. And then to commit. And it takes the majority of his turn if he does. It has to be ours because Sweltering Sun doesn't kill this. Was in fact ours. Alright. So he killed his own dude. Wouldn't mind to have a land to play around like an Essence Scatter. Land we got. He can ours this one, so. Need an hours and then something else. This little dude right here is a 2-turn clock. Can't believe he killed his own Kefnet. I mean, I think he had to, but. What is this? Hours of Extinction. So we're going to put that back. Hours of Extinction is a cool card though. So we have 7 damage right now. Could get lucky and win, like Rogue Refiner into something maybe. Hey local, hey Dumbo. Or that works as well. How are you guys all doing today? An opponent cast Hours of Devastation and Star of Extinction on us. And then a dragon come down and ate him. I don't know why, but that amuses me. I think that's what should happen if you try to burn somebody to death. Dragons should come down and eat them. We're jumping on into round 2. Hey, Corey. What is up, man? Oh wow, this hand is atrocious. This hand's not much better, but I'll keep it. Put us on down to 5. We certainly don't want that. Get an arbitrary red land here. I don't know why I say arbitrary red land here. We'll get the red land that we clearly need here. How about that? Is that arbitrary enough for you? A Barbie dream house, 1,000,000 pieces, and it tells you, wow. You're kind of short though, you little tiny tack. Is it made of Legos? That's the real question. That's kind of cool though. You have to send some pictures of it when you're done. Frosty Fump. I like that. So, we have one little servant, and he has a great hand. So, I don't expect this to go particularly well. This is not the deck we're trying to beat. Could be playing Drakes, I guess. Then maybe the Harness Lightnings aren't total trash. But they have to have a land. They put a land in their graveyard. Okay. Thought he wasn't going to play a land for half a second. Oh, so it is Drakes. Alright. Nope. Not a creature still. If it was a Bristling Hydra, we may have had a chance. Put another Drakehaven in their graveyard? Interesting. It's another match that we're seriously going to be sad we don't have our walkers, probably. Ah, come on, deck. Where are creatures? Where art thou, creature? Hey, ScarX99, thank you so much for the follow. Oh wow, skip through my attack step. I certainly did not mean to skip through my attack step. Tilt! Tilt! Tilt. How many more times I can say tilt before I believe I'm actually tilted? Because I'm not tilted at all, but... Oh, you got a new monitor TV? Cool, cool. We're getting attacked. That's probably a bad sign. I think we have to save our stuffs. There's a friendly face. If our opponent has a sweeper, I'm pretty well willing to just give up. Ditto if he has like a countervailing winds to counterspell this. So I wouldn't give up to countervailing winds, but I mean, obviously, we're not likely to win if this doesn't resolve. I could have played around that, but the odds of him having it and not having another cycler feel kind of low anyway. I'm not really going to play around anything when our hand's this weak. I guess there was no reason not to. So that was kind of bad of me as well. Playing like trash. Onward, servant. Alright. Servant dead. Whew. Now we have a Drake. Does everybody get Drakes? Now that's Canta flips. Finding the good fight team. Oh, an abandoned sarcophagus? That should just about do it. I don't think that's ever going to matter. But maybe it will. Somewhere. Somewhere over there. Does anybody notice that we're like on turn 8 and still only drawn 2 creatures? It's a 21 creature deck. That's not unreasonable. Hey, Ace, what's up, man? Oh, well, that's fun. Go away. This is the Jabberwocky Temur list, Geo. How have you been, man? I've not saw you around in a while. You still streaming? But yes, this is Jabber's build. I mean, still has this setting here, so I can't really even play that. I was going to attack with this thing again and hope that somewhere he messes up. So I don't find that very, not going to be a thing that's very likely to find. It's because Jabber's famous. Yeah, I guess, yeah, holidays are real busy for sure. Because Jabberwocky's the best around and nobody's ever going to take him down. And he's just a guy that's 5-0ing multiple times with it recently. Another countervailing wins. That's not good for us. I guess he could brick off on cyclers somehow. I don't see how, but maybe. I wonder if I'm supposed to play the Glorybringer now and try to resolve this. I'm pretty sure I have 0 chance to win this game. Like, maybe legitimately 0. Hey, Chris. Thank you, not Gopher. Appreciate it, man. Guess if he makes a Drake here, I'm just going to play the Whirler Virtuoso and get it in underneath countervailing winds. I think that seems better than just killing a Drake. It's like our one outside shot in the winds going super wide, I guess. Which I also just don't think is going to happen, but you never know. And I guess it could happen if he bricks off completely, but I don't see how he can brick off completely. I don't want to. I would play versus this deck every day of the week and twice on Sunday. If you'd promise me that I could play versus this 75 of blue-white cycling every round, I could guarantee you that I could top 8 Grand Prix. There's just no way that blue-white cycling loses to this build of this deck. Not consistently. I mean, maybe if like I draw like a million negates game 2, but like it doesn't even have enough pressure. Like there's no Lone Tusk Cub or anything to pressure it. Like it doesn't have to play fast. I can see how you could beat Approach, but blue-white cycling, I just don't see blue-white cycling beating this. So if he plays Settle, I'm just going to scoop. This list does not. He's talking about his list. Alright, we're just going to move on to the next game. There's nothing we can do. He's got multiple hard counter spells already in his graveyard, and he's got a Drakehaven in play. I just do not think this deck's ever going to beat that deck. We don't have any of the early pressure, and we only have one Planeswalker. Anyway, we're going to bring in all of this stuff. I'm not saying that there's not Temur decks that can beat Drakehaven. I'm saying this list doesn't. This 75 I'm currently playing does not seem good in this match. I'm not saying that your list won't. I'm just saying this list doesn't seem like it will. I definitely don't want Essence Scatters here. A lot of the cycling decks don't even bring in. Well, I don't know. They're good versus Gear Hulks, but they're like, I don't know. I'll leave them over here for now, I guess. Probably kind of want Rebukes. Maybe I want Abrades. What don't I want? I definitely don't want Vizier. Let's see what I don't want. I definitely don't want Confiscation Coup. Definitely don't want Harness Lightning at all. So I get to bring even more cards in? I guess I can bring in a Braid for an Abandoned Sarcophagus that I don't really want. Don't really want the Essence Scatters either. I guess maybe some builds have cats. Most builds do bring in Gear Hulks. I just don't want any card in my sideboard. Extra Hydras aren't terrible. That could be right. I think I want Scatter if I know that they have cats and Gear Hulks, but I don't think I want Scatter if it's just Gear Hulks. And PV's latest article doesn't have the cats in it. PV's latest article doesn't have the cats in it. I don't really want the Braids either. I sideboard out Abandoned Sarcophagus in this match. I guess in the worst case, a Braid might still kill a Drake. I think this match is about resolving a River's Rebuke. I kind of want a second River's Rebuke in all my Temur sideboards right now. I think River's Rebuke's criminally underplayed. This hand's pretty trash too. We have 2 draw steps to hit another land. I guess I'm going to keep it. We don't have Lone Tusk Cubs or anything in this deck, so I'm not sure that I'm supposed to mulligan hands like this. Not a fan of this card. I feel like this card wins me as many games as it loses me. Pretty sure I only like this card when I actually have Gear Hulk in my deck. I don't think I like it just by itself. It is one of the few things that can like stop a variety of different threats though, especially threats that like resolve on you. I have never flashed it back and won a game that I flashed it back. And I've only flashed it back in spots that I felt like I was going to die if I didn't flash it back. Like I actively try not to flash it back. Like I don't want to, but I have won 0 games that I've actually flashed it back. Like I said, I don't flash it back because I want to. The only times I flashed it back are when I was like significantly behind and didn't think I could catch up. But so I guess like every time I've ever flashed it back, I've been already in a spot where I was probably losing. So I guess that's not a fair. Guess that's not a fair way to judge it since I'm only playing it when I feel like I'm losing anyway. If he just plays a Drakehaven right now, I don't think I can win. Maybe if I like draw an untapped green source, but if I missed a green source, I'd say the game's just over. Yeah, missed a green source. Keep fighting the good fight, though. I've been playing blue-white decks on stream for the past couple of days and off streams, and I think I've got like 7 4-1s in a row with the random approach / Drakehaven decks. They just feel really good again. Blue card. Hey Neil, what's up, man? I guess we just attack here. Am I supposed to cast Hydra or am I supposed to cast Vizier? I kinda just want to play Hydra. Hydra's the better card. It's also the one that lets me most likely leave up negates on following turns. Yeah, those were, rip. Not fun. Guess I just attack again. I'm gonna play this before I attack, though. In case he has double removal. Or, sorry, double 1-mana cycler. Could just have Fumigate as well. At least if he has Fumigate, we get to play Glorybringer. Which is sometimes fun. He's got a million cards in hand and a Drakehaven in play, though. There is 2 Appetites in this deck. Like, we're not just dead to Drakehaven. We can always draw one. This thing's 6 mana, right? Or is it 5? Oh, it's 5. Opponent has hubris. He does. Is it wrong of me to wait till I can negate before I double attack? Like, Gobo, I can't even hear the sounds. I have no sounds on my side. That might turn them off. I don't know. I have no sounds. Have no sounds at all. It's so easy for him to counterspell this, though. He just has to double cycle. I guess I'm supposed to counterspell that? Did I just commit it? I think committing is better. One, it leaves our mana up for a negate, and then like next turn if he redraws it, we get the other dragon in a negate. I mean, I kind of like the sounds, but I have all volume on my computer off while I play. So like I hear nothing while we're playing. I'm not really intelligent enough with audio, or I would at least be listening to music on my end. Unfortunately, I don't know how to do that without you guys hearing it. No, Hooglin does it, so I know you can. I just don't know how. That was my email sound. Eh. Greed is the best way. Kamikaze. Drew 3 counter spells. It just may not even do anything. Gonna try to settle and then block. Next turn we get to look at 7 new cards. JK. I kid. We're certainly not looking at 7 new cards. Yeah, Drakehaven's interesting. I think Blue-White Approach is easier to beat. But, okay, I don't think we're going to lose now that we've drawn a second negate, or our 4th counter spell. You draw 3 negates in your top 15 or 16 cards, you're going to win most games versus any of these blue-white decks. Then again, he could just, like, you know, double cycle, and SOL. Wait, what's this? This is a lot of mana. Oh, it's a Gearhulk. Well, Gearhulks don't block. Hey, Murph, what's up, man? I heard you've been trolling Al. Keep doing it, because it's hilarious. Atrocity. Well, he didn't have to settle. He had to cycle to get to settle. We committed to settle to the top of his deck. The settle was the one that was on top of his deck from our commit. So that was probably the only settle in his hand. It's kind of... Please do. Please, 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 please do. I have so much fun when I give him crap. I don't think I want to change anything. He didn't show us cats, and the only time I ever want essence scatters is if they show us cats. So we're just gonna like run it back. I kind of want the second Nissa in the sideboard. Like I'm fine with cutting Chandras because I think Chandras are overrated and not particularly good in this format. But like, I really have been lacking Nissa. Nissa's been overperforming for me. Well, I guess not overperforming. It's been exceeding my expectations. I don't know how it's supposed to perform, but it's definitely been doing more than I ever thought it would do. Yeah, I noticed like Yuya cut down to a third negate in his build, and it was just confusing to me because the negates are just so good. And I always feel like I need to draw 2 negates in our top 15 to 20-ish cards, or not negates, 2 counter spells in our top 15 to 20-ish cards to ever beat a Glacial Fortress deck, especially if we're on the draw. Not really sure why either. Go ahead and grab us our red land. Ace, what's your thoughts about Search for Azcanta in the Temur Black sideboards? I've not been a big fan on it, or I've not been a big fan of it, but I've noticed that Yuya's doing it. Typically like try to do anything that Yuya does. I've been a big fan of 4. Kind of just want to play the Whirler Virtuoso. That's fair. He does play Nicobolus as well. I've been trying Treasure Cruise, and I've been pretty happy with Treasure Cruise. Or sorry, Treasure Map. I've been happy with Treasure Cruise. I wonder if that's an understatement of the year. I think 4 color is good. I don't know if it's better than Temur. I feel like the 4 color punishes bad players more. Man, I really don't want to get. Yeah, there's been one treasure map in the sideboard of those decks, and I've really liked it. Probably should have made 2 tokens there. I don't know why I didn't think I had enough energy. I'm not. I can't really play Bristling Hydra, can I? If I play Bristling Hydra and he's got like a Fumigate, I have no threats at all. Yeah, I should be attacking for another point of damage this turn. I mean, I've played the Temur slash versus the 4-color list quite a bit, and I've not had a whole lot of success versus them. I've gone about 50-50 to be honest. I guess I'm not attacking with everything here. I have to play around Settle, right? Maybe I don't have to play around Settle. Wow, playing this island last turn was a huge mistake. Is he not playing anything this turn? Guess if he's not playing anything, I'm not playing anything? I am not a doctor now. So he didn't have a cycler, he didn't have a settle, or he's waiting to settle on a later turn. Have you tried doing the hokey pokey? Alright. So now he doesn't have enough mana to settle? So he's just dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I guess he's just dead. Alright. As usual, Ace is right. I say I'm not going to win a match, and I'm going to win a match. So we're definitely attacking for more than 12 here. We're attacking for 13. Opponent did mulligan a bunch this game, and then, like, not play anything. That was about what happened to my testing, Ace. I was winning about the same percentage with either side of the deck I was playing. Like, the games where I was, like, curving out and playing the Scarabs and the Veraskas and stuff, like, were going really well, but, like, the mana was awkward. I was missing on Bristling Hydra. Not having Glorybringers were costing me some number of games. Things like that. But anyway, we won. Well, in my estimation, and I could be highly wrong, I consider this card, World Virtuoso, and this card, Bristling Hydra, like the two most important cards in the mirror. And when you start playing, and I consider Glorybringer like the third most important card, and when you start putting in the black cards, you start shaving on those cards. I never want to sideboard out Chandra when I'm playing the 3 or the 4-color builds, and like the I think Chandra's excessively bad in the deck, and like it always costs me games when I play it. Basically, there's just not enough room for everything. You have to cut something to play those other lists. Besides, if you just play like Temur Energy, for example, like this deck, and your opponent plays a Scarab God, you've got double Vizier and 2 Confiscation Coups, you've got a commit, you've got 3 Essences, like, that's 8 ways to combat their Scarab God. Glint is probably better than Cub, but you have to play the full 4-color, you have to play the stone 4-color build, not just the splash, if you want to play Glint. I don't want to keep this hand. I will ask Ace if he would mulligan this, because I really want to mulligan this. I do not think this hand's a keep. I'm just not going to keep it. I don't care about my lands. I want something to do. Oh, yeah, I definitely think the 4-color version punishes the worst players a lot more than the 3-color version. Yeah, I did something different than Ace. Pretty happy with the mulligan, though. Like, I think the hand that we got is pretty reasonable. They got a forest. Guess I'm just going to play the Sheltered Thicket. Nice, not punished. And they got an island. I think the mulligan we got was very good. Yeah, 4 colors definitely hard for the blue-white decks to beat. The Vraska adds a different dimension to the deck. Red deck wins has been the boogeyman from being in this format. I don't care what deck I play or how I set it up, I struggle versus red deck wins. Even when they tell me I'm supposed to crush it, I still just struggle every time. Like, they tell me Temur beats red deck wins, but I struggle every time I play. I'm just going to try to go wide. Now I kind of want to play this. Could just Harness Lightning this, attack for 4, and then hold up Essence Scatter for the next play. Sorry, there's something in my eye. I think I like playing 2 spells. I think I tapped my mana wrong. Wow, I cannot do that. I actually beat I beat red deck wins twice yesterday, but I felt like I got exceptionally lucky both games. Man, let's me play this turn, which is kind of nice. Land? That's not a land. There's enough energy to get another token, though. Man, I played that deck that same night, and I couldn't even do well with it on Moto. Yeah, so opponent played 2 Attune with Effers, and then just gave up. He didn't get a red mana, he didn't get a black mana, so he's just blue-green Pummeler, right? Basically, just has to be blue-green Pummeler with a bad hand. Because I don't think there's any way that he would have a turn 1 Botanical Sanctum, turn 2 Botanical Sanctum, and not one of these get a red source. I'm just going to pretend like he's that deck. So if he's that deck, I probably don't want those. These removal spells are just better. The Supreme Will's probably fine versus that. I've always liked a couple negates versus those decks as well. I don't have anything I want to sideboard out in this build. Yeah, I was gonna say, I've always liked a couple negates versus those decks as well. Really, I've never taken out Servant, but I guess I can. Vizier and Rebuke. I really want the 6-mana sorcery versus the Spell Pierce deck. Kinda want to take out Confiscation Coup. I'm willing to listen to the guy who had some hand in building the deck. Pretty sure I want to cut this card. Not been a fan of this card. There's something in my eye, so give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I know I have to remove another card, but I gotta try to get this crap out of my eye. Allergies that affect me so bad that I have to mess with my eye all the time crushes me. So you actually think Coop's good? Alright, I'm willing to try it. I've never wanted it before. I feel like anytime that I tap out for 5 mana and they just have Blossoming Defense, I like die on my next turn. I actually will keep this. I think this hand's actually fine versus them. Cut Supreme Will is too slow? I cannot see it all right now out of this one eye. It is absolutely destroying me. Whatever this is, I'm probably going to just throw Essence Scatter at. Oh, and I got one of those? That's pretty strong. Guess I'm willing to take some amount of damage here. I think I can take a few hits and then like try to do other stuff. I've always boarded it out as well, but like I said, I'm willing to try I'm willing to try what people who had a hand in designing the deck says to do. I'm always willing to try things. The one thing that I can say, I'll go ahead and let that resolve and try to save an Essence Scatter for like a Bristling Hydra. Neverhub would be a decent draw. Hey. I don't think I'm going to cast a Rogue Refiner yet. Not while we still at least have one more Essence Scatter in our hand, because I don't want to just die to a Bristling Hydra. It is probably circulation. It could be just asleep. You should definitely just try to move. You should try to move around a little bit, man. Oh, let's tap my mana better. Whee! Blue, green, colorless. Like how I clicked always yield to that one. I shouldn't because opponents can have them as well. Opponent pressed F6. If opponent pressed F6, I can just go ahead and kill this, right? Yeah. That's not a play I would normally make, but opponent hit F6. Seems like the right play to make when he has. Yeah, I've also. $11 more turns, friends. So he's playing Trophy Mage version. Trophy Mage version doesn't get played a lot anymore. Let's say I have Essence Scatters out of the board. This is probably enough. Have this one pretty negate just sitting here waiting for them. 3-0. Next round. I do like this build of the deck. So, I'm actually going to go to a local game day Saturday, and I'm either going to play this or Yuya's 4-color build. I'm not exactly sure. This deck's felt pretty good so far. Like, I really think Cub's in a bad spot right now, and I really think Chandra's in a bad spot right now. Like, I don't want to play with Cub or Chandra. That's like basically my big takeaway. I don't want either of those cards in my deck. Check my email way too much. But a package had it's 15 days late, so I'm trying to get a hold of the people who quote unquote sent it. Next round. Trying to stop our opponent from getting the better prize. And we're trying to earn the better prize. I think this hand's a keep. Based on whatever we draw turn one. So I never beat Mono Red. Hey, Vol fan. Thank you so much for the follow. I rarely ever beat Mono Red. What's up, Yoda? Not a lot, man. Just rocking. This makes my mana. I'm going to go ahead and play this. We may need a 4th mana this game. I don't see us cycling it anytime soon anyway, since we definitely have plays for turn 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're currently 3-0. This is game 1 of the next round. You think so? I didn't think we'd ever have a chance to cycle it. I'm pretty sure I still want to Magma Spray this, even though it's worse on my mana, but I want some way to kill a Rampaging Ferostodon. That would have come into play tap too. I know the fast lane is going to come into play tap, but yeah, I guess that was terrible because if I'd drawn basic lands, I could have got rid of that later. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. Come to think of it, yeah, that was literal trash. Because if the land was going to come in the tap either way, I could just play the Sheltered Thicket on turn 4 anyway. With no risk. It turns out we didn't draw another land, so I don't think it's going to matter. Whatever land we had on turn 4 was going to come into play tapped, but... Yeah, you're right. That was a terrible play by me. Yeah. That's not a play mistake. That's not a play I'll make again, I don't think. I hear all sorts of people talking in my house. They're just talking up a storm. Oh. Maybe it did matter. I guess it didn't matter. I still couldn't have spent the mana on anything. Could play 2 spells this turn, but I think I'd rather just play the Whirler. If you had a Chandra Hazard, you'd have probably already played it. Maybe not, though. Because the Hazard wouldn't have been able to attack last turn. Nope. Snap Hazard. Okay. Confiscation coup for the big time? That's not a confiscation coup at all. Huh. You can't block this turn no matter what, right? And I can just play all 3 of my spells if I don't play it. I like playing all 3 of my spells. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, Lopez. I kind of didn't want to play the expensive spell first, specifically because there's some chance that, some chance that I just draw Confiscation Coup and want to save my spell. That attack was probably real bad by me. I'm going to take extra damage because of it. I'm going to take multiple extra damage because of it. Yep. I'm going to take a lot of extra damage because of it. I guess I just throw it at this, kill this, and then block. One second, I'll read that, Gabo. I want it to play the next turn first. Would you say the upside of practicing a single deck over and over is that you get utterly frustrated playing the... No, I don't get frustrated playing the same deck over and over at all. That's never bothered me. So, he's got 4 deserts in play. So, we definitely need a confiscation coup or something. think he attacks. Like, he can force the Whirler Virtuoso trade, right? He knows we can't attack him. So, like, he can force us to chump here. We certainly can't take it. Think we need a confiscation coup to try to win this game? Oh wait, that does something. Huh. Can I attack him? I probably actually can attack him, can I? Pretty sure I can attack him. I'm definitely attacking with both. I know I can attack with the hazard. I was trying to decide about the servant. I can commit it during, after his draw step, right? Well, no, if I commit it after his draw step. I take 2 damage that I don't want to take, but he doesn't get to hazard it for 2 turns. Oh, you didn't want to play the land. That's interesting. Pretty sure that I let him draw first. Might take 2 more damage because of it, but like we win the race by a lot. So he has to find a blocker this turn. If he doesn't find a blocker, he just dies. That's a good blocker. And we have a lot of things that can beat that. It's not Hazard. Hazard is still the top card of his library. I got the land to ditch, so it ended up being the same thing. So we know he's drawing Hazard, and Hazard doesn't kill us. So we win. Well, it's not that great of a blocker because we know he's drawing Hazard off the top of his deck now, and all Hazard does is block, and he dies to 2 triggers from the Vizier. So he dies during our next draw step, and he can't deal 8 damage to us. Or he just dies to the Servant because he can't block both things. Huh, I didn't expect to win that game. This deck keeps surprising me. We keep winning games that I was not expecting to win whatsoever. Huh. This deck certainly keeps surprising me. So definitely want the Braids into Chandra's defeats. Typically in this match, I usually sideboard out Glorybringers, but I'm going to wait to see what Ace's advice is again. Ace is basically sideboarding for us. I don't know if he's figured that out or not. I typically like to take out the slower cards like Glorybringers. I also think Glorybringer gets crushed by Chandra's defeat really bad. So like, I've always sideboarded those out. it does say gain 2 life on them. You are not wrong. I'm all about gaining life. Yep, this Temur deck has no cubs. You take out 1 Glory, 1 Commit, and 2 Viziers. Really? You take out the Commit versus the Hazoret deck and a Vizier? Alright. They were great that game, but I'll listen. So do you not bring in both Braids? Do you only bring in the one then? I guess your sideboard's different. I feel like I'd rather have a Braid than a Glorybringer. Like, I've so hated the Glorybringers in these matches. Like, absolutely hated them. But maybe that's one of the many things that I do wrong. Maybe that's one of the reasons I don't beat these matches. Typically, the first thing I remove... I am totally not cutting a Whirler. Solved. I got beat by Holy Red Trinity yesterday. Turn 4 for Ostodon, turn 5 Chandra, turn 6 Hazoret. Those are the 3 best cards. Hey, I guess we can keep this hand. Sure, I'll keep this hand on the draw versus him mulliganing. I think Refiner's okay, actually. Jerry had noticed in his testing that he wanted refiners in the Sultai deck, and I felt it's kind of like this. Oh yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Yeah, I don't want to cut Refiner. I could see potentially cutting 1 or 2 refiners if you had like a bunch of Death Gorgers, but like, I'm pretty sure I just never want to sideboard any of those out. It's actually not a bad draw. It's good versus the Beaumont Courier. It's good versus just practically everything. Oh, I'm not advocating it. I'm just saying like that's the only time that I would ever consider it. Pretty sure I'm gonna take 1 damage here. Actually, I'm just not gonna take a damage here. I'm just ready to kill this. I don't care if I play a Rogue Refiner next turn or not. So I didn't care if he like untapped and played a free drop. I just wouldn't cast Rogue Refiner and I'd be happy with it. I assume he's got a Lightning Strike the way he paused at the end of my turn 7. Or sorry, the end of that first turn. Now we get to cast Abyss, as MJ likes to call it. Abyss is a fun card. Definitely casting this one. If I had enough mana to kill this as well, I might would play it. Or I might would play the Rogue Refiner and kill that. But we don't. I think one of the keys to beating the red decks is being able to pressure them. All the red decks have a pretty robust late game. Being able to pressure them feels pretty important. This is the one match that I like Long Tusk Cub versus the Approach decks and the Drakehaven decks as well. I basically just hate Long Tusk Cub in the mirror. I never want it in the mirror. Like, sure, it can be good if you're on the play in certain situations, but like, I still just don't want it because there's better cards I could be playing. And the mirror is the match that feels like it matters the most in this format. I've never been a fan of it, but fine attacking here. They've missed land drops, yeah, 2 of them. They mulligan and they're going to miss 2 land drops, or they missed 2 land drops. I think I'm going to deal the extra point of damage right now. Well, don't think I'm going to kill Beaumont. I think I'm just going to play Rogue Refiner. Let's see what I hit. If I hit a land, maybe kill Beaumont during the attack step or something. If I don't hit a land, I'm fine with that. But like the plan's not necessarily to kill that. It's just something that can happen if we hit an untapped land. Better play you, I think. The Beaumont's not really doing anything right now. He can't play the cards in his hand to even make the Beaumont good. We can just kill it later. So he's planning on protecting that. Guess I'd rather... That's fair. I was too busy tunnel visioning, like how I didn't use a Chandra's Defeat on this one? I could have. Alright, I'll use it now. I kind of forgot I had Chandra's Defeat in my hand for a second. Kind of forgot I had Chandra's Defeat in my hand. Too busy talking to chat and just like soaking up the 3-win. Because we're certainly not losing at this point. I don't think there's anything he could do to win at this point. In fact, I assume he's going to... Okay, he did. I was going to say, I assume he's just going to concede to that. I don't think there was anything he could do at that point. So I was just kind of on autopilot, which is kind of wrong, but I like talking to the chat and not paying attention. We're up to 68 viewers somehow. People want to watch this Temur this bad. Oh good God, I got so many things. So many emails. Will we get a trophy? Will we dance like there's no tomorrow? Only time will tell. This is officially the 8th 4-1 in a row, though. At worst, and maybe it'll be better than that. Yeah, I've been a pretty big fan of this list. By the way, hello, Line Starts here and Jumping Jack. I don't think I've saw you guys around before. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm immediately going to go sell my Chandras after this, which I probably should anyway. Nope, I did not get that email, and I would actually be impressed by that considering how my room's set up. If somebody can sneak into my room behind me, I would be very, very impressed. Since, like, I'm sitting right beside the door. and there's no place, there's no place for people to hide in my room. Like, you can't get under the bed or anything. So I'd be pretty impressed. Can't get through the mirror windows. I guess if you were, like, insect size, you could get through one of the windows. Thank you, Yoda. I appreciate it. You're above me, are you? That would be hard too. But I hope the ceiling fan doesn't hurt you, Vin. Are you sitting on the ceiling fan, riding around in circles? We'll play first. I don't want to keep this hand. I really, really don't want to keep this hand. But I'm mulligan way too much. I mulligan more hands than I keep. Thank you for the follow line start here. I'm the gap reaving really hard. Fair enough. This hand's okay, I guess. I'm not keeping this hand. I can't bring myself to keep it, guys. Every time I mulligan a hand, I expect Ace to insult me. I like this hand a lot better. Even though this hand's worse. Basically, I value the scry a lot. Alright, sweet. He didn't insult this one. I kind of want to keep this card, but I'm not going to keep it versus a blind opponent. Anybody can insult me, man. It doesn't bother me to get insulted. We both scry to the bottom. That's probably insulting actual semi-decent human beings, since I'm kind of a scumbag. I'm not a very good person. It's not fair. He got in the tune. Why didn't we? I'm just gonna scry, or I'm gonna cycle that. So versus another teamer deck for the 5-0. What was our opponent's record? I didn't see. It's just, oh, it doesn't say his record. Fair enough. So there's a little Long Tusk Cub. Any of our 8-3 drops would be nice. That's not any of our 8-3 drops. That is also not any of our 8-3 drops. This thing's going to get real big real quick. And then we're going to put it on top of his library. Actually, we probably won't. Sorry if you guys heard that email sound. I think it was probably a lot louder than I had anticipated it being. Right on time, servant. Right on time. So we currently can't even block the Long Tusk Cub? We can block the crap out of that servant, though. Rip. He's keeping 6 energy. Again. So what are we going to draw to get out of this mess? Uh-oh. The answer to that question is probably nothing. 3 tokens. Alright. So Glorybringer. Yeah, but I don't think you can keep it versus a blind opponent. Like, it wouldn't have been good versus Mono Red, probably. It wouldn't have been good versus any of the Glacial Fortress decks, probably. I guess it would have been probably fine versus Gifts, but I think I just play Glorybringer and die when he has a Lightning Harness. I think we're far enough behind that we have to. I don't like Glorybringer in this match. That's another thing that I'm probably really wrong about. I don't think I can attack with the Hydra. I think it has to actually hold the Servant back. If I swing with both, I take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 damage, and so I die to any Glorybringer, and even if I bounce this, I can't attack the following turn? I don't think I can attack with both. Ace says to, but I definitely don't want to attack with both. Best case scenario is he does some kind of like quad block on the Bristling Hydra. Is that our hope? It takes so much damage next turn. Make another one so I can press F6, please. Been right here, Steve. Streaming every day, not missed a one. If we'd held this back, he couldn't make Thopters. Or he couldn't make that many of them. Which would have gave us maybe like chump block this and then get rid of this and deal with his entire board. Alright, this works out well too. I would spend 3 energy, so you need to put another Thopter in front of it. Alright, so this definitely worked out a lot better than I was expecting. If he made Thopters, this thing really couldn't attack though, so I don't think he would have made Thopters if we didn't attack. Hey Mark, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. Appreciate it, man. You're here to watch the 4-0 dream die. I'll be streaming again tonight, probably somewhere in the midnight to 2 a.m. area for the Wednesday stream because I have to kind of be out of town most of Wednesday. So we take a big hit here. I don't think we're ahead. I don't think we're close to ahead. The card's actually pretty good though. Think I'm just going to play the World of Virtuoso? I do things are improving for us, but I don't like the block he made. What else in it, Steve? What else you put in the old control deck? It's nice that you're finally starting to get some constructed decks. Did you have to buy a bunch of cards, or is it mostly your limited from your limited pools? Uh-oh. Tap double blue first. That's not a good sign. Double blue first typically means we're getting confiscation cooed. We are. And he's taking our Dargon. That was rude of our opponent. You can attack with the Bristling Hydra at least. We're 0-0 and looking real bad right now. So this thing can become a 6, and we can put 6 in front of it and keep something. I'm pretty sure we just quad block this. Gotta work the problem. I'm pretty sure we just quad block this. I feel like getting this off the table is important. That is true. We can do that. It's something to consider too, based on how he spends his energy this turn. We're going to have at least one chump blocker for a following turn. Possibly two if he doesn't spend his energy. I kind of want to commit the Glorybringer to the top of my library. It doesn't feel good though. I don't think I can let him keep the Glorybringer. Kind of don't want to redraw it's the problem. What's the worst that can happen? We can play that next turn. Blueback deck is a big critter control deck. Cryptic Serpents. Oh, Brawl. Brawl's a card that I always wanted to get more play as well. That it kind of never did. Well, the opponent drew Hydra into Hydra, so that's that, folks. I guess it's not that. Let's chump block him or we're dead, so that means we have to save the Thopter to chump block next turn. No, it's definitely not the best to draw, but I can't let him attack with it either is the problem. That's the problem in that spot. It's like I also just can't let him attack with it. It's not a chump block. Well, yeah, I guess it is a chump block. So I guess we have no outs at this point then. I guess we could draw a Whirler Virtuoso and still be alive past this turn. If he's got a removal spell, we're just dead. We had some outs. We could hit like Whirler Virtuoso. If we hit Whirler Virtuoso, we can make 2 tokens. So like whichever one that he double pumped, we just put 1 token on, then we kill the other one. We definitely had outs. But like it would require an extreme amount of him like hitting several lands in a row or whatever. I mean, if you get 1 Whirler Virtuoso, that kills 1 Hydra or we just chump block. And then like a Vizier, like Whirler Virtuoso into Vizier if he bricks a couple turns could do something. Or if he pumps this up to kill the Glorybringer, then he doesn't have and survive, then he wouldn't have the energy. So like Whirler Virtuoso and the Confiscation Coup and steal his Bristling Hydra. But it would have required the opponent to brick several turns in a row and us hit several good cards in a row. I don't think we were on 0%. Yeah, I mean, he has to double block for the Glorybringer not to trade with the high. Or sorry, he has to double pump for the Glorybringer not to trade. And if he just single pumps and lets them trade, then like a Whirler Virtuoso gives us 3 blockers by itself. But so like we clearly, I mean, we weren't dead, but we were clearly drawing Finn. It's not going to let us look at our cards. Whatever. Let our opponent look at his cards, and it wouldn't let us look at ours. That's BS, by the way. I've always liked these cards on the play. Opponent didn't show me black mana, but typically I like some Chandra's Defeats as well. I definitely don't want this. I definitely don't want this. I definitely don't want a Braids, I don't think. I like negates if we know that they're playing certain builds of the deck. I don't like negates versus other builds of the deck. Really? That is super odd to me. I just like them both. I think I want the Chandra's Defeats. I'm pretty sure I want to just cut Magma Sprays. Like, these are the cards that I'm considering cutting. I've always loved Whirler in the Mirror. Again, that's very odd to me. Alright, he says no, so a Braid's back in the deck? Oh no, I've only got 18 seconds, so this is probably what we're submitting. Kind of like Whirler Virtuoso more than I do a Braid. Alright. We'll try this then. We'll play first. Can't keep this. Can't keep this either, can I? I am a small-time gamer, except I am quite large. Maybe I can keep this on the draw with a Scry. I don't think we're going to win if we mulligan again. Going to 5 versus a 7-card hand's pretty bad. I'm going to keep it. I don't think we'll do much better. Actually, I'm going to keep that too. Land, and we got a good chance. Opponent F6 his turn and discarded his land. If we lose to an opponent who F6 his turn and discards his land, I'm going to be so sad. I'm just going to be so sad. I'm also going to feel bad if I win only because of that. I feel real bad if we win because of that. I think I'm just going to play the other servant and attack for 5. I should have attacked first. Wait, did I? I wasn't paying attention. I just wasn't paying attention. I am beyond flabbergasted about what even happened here. Did I really spend 2 energy for that? Wow. I am am embarrassed if I did that. That energy matters too. Because, like, I can't really even play Bristling Hydra if he leaves mana up. Why? Oh, why have I embarrassed myself so? Apparently I have a message sent to me too. I don't know how they did it. Oh, Mark Cornett tried to friend me. Yes, Mark, you can be my friend. Me and Mark are now officially friends, guys. So I spent one too many energy because I'm dumb. Opponent had him a nice little think about that turn. Alright. We'll do it right this time. Land? Hey. Land ho! Now we have enough energy that we can actually play the Bristling Hydra. I really kind of didn't want to play Rogue Refiner there because I don't want to just die to his Bristling Hydra, but it is what it is. Probably should have cast my Vizier since I'm going to be offering to trade. Yeah, I think playing Vizier was probably better there. Definitely don't think I should have played that Hydra. Yeah, I'm playing very poorly this game. Tap double red, so that means we're getting gloried. And we're losing a servant, probably. Wouldn't mind to draw land here. Oh, he's killing the Rogue Refiner? That seems so good for me. I don't think he wants to pay 6 energy for my 3. Is it wrong of me to just cast Vizier and attack for 4? I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if it's the right play. I can kill the Glorybringer later. It's exerted. I kind of wanted to hold up the Essence Scatter to make sure we get some kind of value out of it, but like he could just untap and play Chandra or something. Are we trying to burninate the countryside? No, we tapped double red again. That could be bad. Was in fact bad. Trogdor. I guess we just take Trogdor back. turns all feel real awkward. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. Pretty sure that's what I'm doing. Definitely taking the other one back, because if he doesn't have a way to kill it, we're going to be lightning harnessing this one. So if I take any back, I'm taking this one back. But I'm pretty sure that's what we're doing. I'm just like thinking about the turn a little bit. Yeah. It has to be the best play. Could click no, because having energy's sweet. So like we very likely have to kill one of those two anyway. So it's better to be killing our Vizier than this. Yeah, the third lightning harness, which sucks for us. Just really hoping no bristling hydra this turn. This is like the one turn we really need to fade. He is not killing the servant. Does that mean he has another spell? No, don't tap double green. Okay, it's just another servant of his own. Fine with that. I think I'm going to start with the Harness Lightning before I attack. Just to see if he like brought in the gate or something. Just attacking for 4 because we have a lethal attack next turn. I don't think he'll have another removal spell. He's already used 3 lightning harnesses, so it's pretty unlikely that he kills this Glorybringer. And if he does, all he gets out of it is a servant while we're presenting some kind of lethal attack. Any creature stops it from being lethal though, but I'd rather just attack with, 4 force forever. 4 force forever. They're our favoritist thing. He's attacking, so he drew something. I guess not attacking doesn't accomplish anything, though, so. Yeah, we may be able to beat an opponent. We may be able to beat an opponent that F6 his turn 1 and threw a land in the graveyard. Oh, he did draw something. 4, 5. Alright, so he tapped 7 mana. Oh, it's a Torrential Gearhulk. Oh god. Was not expecting a Gearhulk, and that could actually beat us. Well, that was terrible from by me. Should I have played around Gearhulk? I guess maybe I should have played around Gearhulk. We're that far ahead. I should have probably played around Gearhulk when that far ahead. And then he drew a Glorybringer, and we died. Huh. Well, that was bad. So we lost to that. I guess that was terrible. No? I don't think opponent had that good of a draw. I just played real bad. Kind of like sitting here shocked. Shell-shocked. No, no. I definitely played bad. I was definitely playing a friendly league with any deck that I don't trust, and I did not trust this deck before the league. I trust it a lot more now. I kind of want the Gearhulks in the deck. The Gearhulks seem nice. Nope, I got spanked though. What did he cut for Gearhulks? I guess his Gearhulks are probably out of his sideboard because he had Lone Tusk Cub in his deck as well. Huh. Oh well. Deck felt fine though. Kind of liked it. Played really poorly there. Deserved to lose. It did not even dawn on me that opponent could have that card. Like, didn't dawn on me whatsoever. Anyway, that's going to do it for me today. Remember, if you guys like what you saw whatsoever, you know, click the follow button and follow the links down below to my Twitter to see every time we go live, and our YouTube channel where you can find all of our past streams. And in a few hours, there'll be another blue-white approach list going up. I'm going to look for some random person playing some random standard format. Found a guy here that looks like he's playing standard mono black aggro, which is who I'm going to host. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try this deck again. I like this deck. I might play this deck again tonight. I might try this deck again tonight. I might try this deck with Aces lists. What's the differences in your main deck? Where's Notepad at? Because I want to write this down. So, -1 Vizier, -1 Hydra, -1 Whirler, -1 Scatter, +1 Spire, +2 Will, and +1 Gearhulk. Not sure about exerting on the Servant. Like, I think we needed to attack with Glorybringers every turn to try to win. Curious if you did anything sideboard-wise different, though. I think you said you only had 3 negates. Thanks for all the help today, by the way, Ace. Definitely appreciate the advice on sideboarding. This deck felt pretty fine. I definitely like this deck. It made me smile. Made me smile so much that we'll open the chest real quick before we leave. -1 struggle, +1 negate, and another Vizier. Man, this has been so good for me. And against me. Alright. Chests. Pop some chests and then we'll jump out of here. Alright. Well, that was a waste of $2.26 or whatever they are right now. Scroll rack, probably not worth anything. Because I opened the Expedition one yesterday, and the Expedition one was worth 15 cents, so I have to imagine that this one's also worth nothing. Yep, just spewing value here, punishing myself because I feel bad. Oh wow, that's actually worth like 6 cents or something. I don't know. Dark Tutelage can't be worth anything. Bailoff can't be worth anything. There's just no chance Bailoff's worth anything. Might be worth like 30 or 40 cents. And last but not least, are we down to full $9 because we're punishing ourselves? Yes, we're down to full $9. Anyway, take care, everybody, and thank you for all stopping by. We're going to hop out of here. And again, I'll be back probably somewhere in the 6 to 8 hour range. And I think we're going to run this deck again, but probably with Ace's sideboard changes. Or deck changes. Thank you guys so much. Highly appreciate it. Anyway, take care, everybody. And we'll go find some food.